And welcome. Wednesday night Pro Cup Series, FSB Racing. Another great race tonight here. We're at Kentucky, sponsored, of course, by Johnson Truck Lines. And we do appreciate the sponsorship that they're providing here for the Pro Cup trophies. And of course, we appreciate all our sponsors for the various series and NRT and, of course, Boss Man Jim Ray for all their hard work and all the admins and all those guys. And especially, again, Pro Cup sponsors, Johnson Truck Line. So appreciate that. And we're here at Kentucky. Kentucky Speedway is the place that we are at tonight. And just taking a quick look here at our qualifying results. We see that 6-car Mark DeSenza is going to be starting from the pole, outside pole, teammate Robert Bokum. Jeff Hale on the rehab trail with a big win last night already, so he's obviously recovering nicely. Wind under his belt already, looking for consecutive night victories here for Jeff there, starting in third. Guy Petra with a solid qualifying fourth place. Another Boca Motorsports teammate, Sean Johnson, in fifth. And we got Rick Johnson coming in tonight. So good to see Rick at another race. It's always good to see. Rick starting in seventh. And there's the rest of the field. Our points. Yes, our points. And there we take a quick look at the points here. And we see that Troy Higgins still on top by 15 points over Jeff Hale. So Jeff with that third starting spot is going to look to try to get a lead a lap, get a bonus point, cut that lead down by 1 point, and move on from there. You see Guy Petra with another good starting spot, third position in points. Guy off to a great start, 4 races into the season, just 18 off the pace. There we see Ken Ron, Mike Gallon, Steve Weber. Boss Man Jim Ray hanging in seventh. And you can see just a couple of points separating fourth through seventh there. Further down, Joe Cutt in eighth, Sean Johnson in ninth, Mark DeSenza in 10th, starting on the pole tonight. So he's going to look to move up those standings. And we see on the outside looking in so far, but not by far. I mean, you can see points are still tight. Just 5 points separating 10, 11, and 12. Sam Young pops down there in 12th, but certainly in it, and guys that have missed a race already, but certainly I don't think are out of it, especially especially the 13th place runner there, Robert Bokum, certainly not out of it by any means. And he'll be looking to climb up these rankings as well. And there we see Dave Jandry, TG, and the rest of them. So those guys, and there we see Rick there. So Rick we'll be looking to see if he can climb up these standings too, and a couple reel off a couple of quality finishes, and you never know where you're going to be in these points, and all you got to do is get in the top 10 there. So we're ticking down here on happy hour, and
drivers to your
we'll take a look here. This big, of course, unfortunately with this track, doesn't give the best camera angles, and so we will have a little limited camera, but we can ride in. We'll ride inside the cars with some people, and we'll definitely take a look at their paint jobs and all those good things. And there we see our pole sitter, the bad boy, Mark DeSenza. Starting on pole, not a surprise. Mark's always a fast qualifier. He likes sitting on the pole, and he's doing that. And teammate Robert Bokum right behind him there. You see him working the wheel, getting all settled in. Rockstar Energy Camry, Robert Bokum. And again, Robert, like we said, in 13th place in the points. Unfamiliar ground for him. But we'll see him move quickly up these standings, I'm sure. And so you see the guys roll out and out of pit lane. There we see Jeff Hale, Walking Dead Impala. So Jeff, again, right in the thick of things with these points. And, of course, Jeff to bite into that lead of Troy Higgins, and we'll come up on Troy in just a bit here. Then we see the 151 Guy Petra, 5-car Sean Johnson, Swift Transportation. I see Swift Transportation all over the place here. So big bucks, and they needed to sponsor Sean. He's known to use up a couple cars, and I saw the Boca Motorsports bill, and it's quite high. I didn't know there were so many zeros in a number. So Swift cutting checks there for Robert Bochum and Company, and there we see 88 of Joe Cutter in the Wrangler Camaro. Right there's Rick Johnson, red box Dodge Charger. Sam in the Predator. We're getting ready to go green. There we see Matt Watkins. Matt running a limited schedule and this season. And there we see our Rookie of the Year rounding out the field, and we got a green flag, and Mark leads them down, and we are underway here at Kentucky. As you see, 107 laps we're going tonight. So, depending on how the cautions fall, or if they do fall, they can reel off the laps here at 29 seconds. So this is going to be a quick race with green, and if we get a couple cautions, it can turn into a little longer race. So we'll see how these guys work it out as Robert takes a quick lead, and doesn't look like he's in the tire-saving business at the get-go here. Robert Bochum takes the lead over from teammate and pole sitter Mark DeSenza, and I hear some wrecking going on there. I heard some brakes, and we see some smoke, and we see that Sean is up into the wall, and caution is out. So quick caution here, and we'll take a look at what happened. Everything looking good here as they got into lap 2, going down the back stretch, and hard contact there too for Sean. You see the hood pop just a little there. He'll need some mechanics and pit crew attention to that car, but maybe he can keep it in shape enough. But it looked like in the aftermath here, we see Sam, Joe Cutt, and our points leader. Our points leader is in trouble. Wow, and this is unbelievable. Lap 2 here. And there we see Joe Cutter, and Troy just pounded into Joe Cutter. Oh man, that was a hard hit, and yeah, that's not. Wow, that was a hard hit. Not sure. We'll have to move up the route here, and we see, unfortunately, again, not the greatest angles. And what it looks like to me is Joe got a little loose there, and in trying to save it, slowed down, and it looks like he was, getting on the brakes to correct getting loose there. And of course, Sam on the gas had nowhere to go and got into the back of him, and that sent Sam, of course, into the back of Joe Cutt, sending him flying. And then it looks like in the aftermath, or the domino effect of this accident, it looks like Matt Watkins got into the back of Sam and sent him spinning into the grass. And there we see Joe spinning, and there we see, of course, Troy, who pounded into Joe Cutter. And there we see Pops taking evasive action, and skating by on the grass. So who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Pop's doing some grass driving and getting by. It looked like maybe unscathed, but unfortunately for Troy Higgins, that's just a bad break. As we see Joe Cutt there getting loose and coming up the track and just nowhere to go. And it looked like, and you see the speed. There was an impact there at about 150 miles an hour. And you can see him coming off the turn, and you see he was hesitant to get back on the gas, and rightly so, but nowhere to go. I mean, even if he locked up the brakes right here, it wouldn't have mattered. And you can see the impact just sent his car smashing the front end and then hard into the wall, catching some area. There you see Joe just tumbling around, and more contact, and there the back end of Troy's car gets way up in the air, and then he just slowly comes sliding down the track, probably dead on his feet almost, smoke pouring out of the car from the engine. There we see Pops going by on the grass, Sam spinning on the grass as well. Not a lot of contact for Sam, so I think he might survive this, but just a huge wreck. And there we see the 19 car is actually still in pit road. So not officially out of the race right now. And just a terrible break for the 19 car. And looks like that's it for the 19. So, oh boy, that's a terrible break for our points leader. He's going to take a big hit in the points here. He's going to finish 15th. So we'll see how that shakes out with the other top 10 drivers, but Troy Higgins out of the race after lap 2. Incident with Joe Cutter. Looked like Joe got loose. Sam got into the back of him as Joe slowed down to catch it. And the chain reaction from that, Sam got a little bump from Matt Watkins, who got caught up in the chain of it. And that sent those guys spinning, and at the same time, Joe Cutt slid up the track and right into the path of Troy Higgins, who had major impact with Joe Cutt. And I'm surprised that Joe Cutt is even still running with that heavy impact. But we're back green flag racing here. Robert Bokum, who's right ahead of there, Mark DeSenza. We're following and riding along here with Mark as he takes a look over at his teammate. The cold tires here, you got to be careful. Very easy for the car to get loose as you get into the turn. And caution is out again as I say that. And not the start that we were hoping for here. Pace car is out. And we're taking a look here to see if we can find out what happened with this second caution. So quickly, 2 cautions in the first, I don't know, 7 laps here. There we see Matt Watkins there down on the inside, and yeah, another case of car just getting loose getting into the corner on these cold tires. And Pop spun it around. Looked like no other contact this time. Or let's hope. And Yeah, there didn't look like there was any other contact, so no harm, no foul. Of course, Robert let his teammate Ken Ron get that lap back there, and so that will help Ken. He's only now 1 lap down, picking up a position there. Yeah, there's not the smoothest start that I've seen, especially for these guys. But again, these cold tires are something that you really gotta let the heat build up before you start really slamming the car into these turns. It will hold once the tire gets up to heat, but those first 2 laps or so, you really got to lift just a little early. And so far, it looked like 2 guys were running it in very hard early on, and both had very similar brakes of the car. As you saw the car rotating as soon as they got into the corner, the speed was too much for the colder tires to grip, and the back tires broke loose. And both times they slid up high into the wall. Fortunately for Pops, unfortunately for Joe Cutt, and more unfortunately for Troy Higgins, there was someone there when Joe did it, and no one there. Luckily, you saw Guy there able to woe the car down enough to get around him. So that was the biggest difference, but the way it happened was almost identical. And hopefully the rest of this field here takes note of that, and we'll have a little more orderly start to this next green flag and get some laps under our belt. As I said, this could be a kind of a fast race, just 107 laps at 30 seconds a lap. But when the field slowed with these cautions, we're only 10 laps in, so still plenty of laps remaining. Taking a quick look here, you see the fast laps only 30.3, so these guys haven't even been able to reach top speeds yet with these 2 cautions. So we're still riding around. It's lap 10. We're taking a look at our leader, Robert Bokum. Quickly going down through the field here, catching the pace car. Lights are still on, so here you see Robert in first. Pole sitter Mark DeCenza. Matt Watkins now all the way up to 3rd. So Matt's made a quick move there. He had some contact with Sam, but doesn't look like the car has any visible damage, at least. So looks like the Toyota Matt Watkins is still viable and all the way from the back into 3rd place. Rick Johnson right behind him in 4th. We see Ken Ron there in the inside. He's now 1 lap down, along with Joe Cutt. There we see the Jeff Hale 29 car in 5th position. Guy Petra, Steve Weber. There we see Sean. You can see that hood a little squirrely, but it looks like the crew did a good job of putting that car back together. And there we see the Grey Goose T. Roy. Sam right behind him there. Here we see Pops bringing up the rear. And there's our rookie, Michael Galoon. Coming out of the pits there, got topped off. See our our pace car, excuse me, lights are out. So we will be going back to green flag racing here. 18 car Robert Bokum will lead us down. And let's see if the 3rd time's a charm. They're getting underway here at Kentucky. FSB Racing here. Thanks for joining us tonight. There's see Robert Bokum leading us down. And we're back under green. And as I said, unfortunately, limited camera angles available here. So we'll try to do our best to keep up with this field. We see Robert Bokum getting underway here. Matt Watkins hanging right in there, tight racing in the top 5 so far on this restart. Everyone getting through the turn okay here. We see Sam getting a little high. You see the dark part of the racetrack, you see the light part of the racetrack. You want to be in the dark part. You don't want to be in that light part. You can get loose, lose some grip up there. So far, it looks like everyone's doing all right in this restart. See, the 303 was able to get ahead of Robert Bokum, who was our leader on the restart. And Ken is now currently back on the lead lap on the tail end right now. Let's see if he can remain out there. There we see Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum now battling for the lead of the race. Ken Ron likes seeing side-by-side racing behind him. He'll let him get out a little more ahead of these guys as they battle side by side. But you can see two distinct grooves here at Kentucky. Matt Watkins working the low line, Robert Bokum the high line, and both equally as fast. As you can see, they continue to battle door to door here, and now Matt gets the slight advantage on the inside. Of course, you use up your tires a little more on the inside. But right now, that doesn't seem to be a concern, as Matt Watkins has the lead of the race. Not by a car length yet, but he's getting sandwiched in between Ken Ron and Robert Bokum here, trying to run the same line. And now he has cleared Robert Bokum, and let's see if he can get around Ken Ron. And we see some smoke there as they pass through. Looks like they're still under speed here, so no caution. Did see some smoke, but of course it doesn't mean could mean just a little break in. And we see Matt down on the inside. 303 Ken Ron on the outside. He's now back a lap down as Matt continues to work that low line, and it's really working well for him. Everyone else you can see is running on the higher part of the track. Matt Watkins electing to use a different line right now early on in this race, and it's working for him. You can see he's staying below that like white line there. That's that low lane in the turns where you see that white line come jut out. If you can keep the car hooked up down there, of course it's a short way around this track, and it'll get you basically where Matt is right now, which is in the lead, and he's clicking off some good laps here. As we can see, the new fast lap of the race, the 15 and 151, tied at 31.64. I would expect to see some 29s even as this race wears on. But there we see Matt Watkins here at lap 18 in the lead, putting Pops now a lap down. Pops struggling since that run through the grass and then the spin in the wall might have some damage there. But Pops going a lap down in 10th place. There we see and it looks like now Joe Cutt and also the 7 car for Gearbox blew up. So some retirements here. 88 and the 7 have retired. T-Roy is 4 laps down. Then we have Pops, who just went a lap down, and Ken Ron, who was battling at the front there, but once he lost that lead thing there, he fell back, and now so we got 2 guys a lap down, so just 9 cars on the lead lap. Matt Watkins is our new leader. We're on lap 20. Restart was about lap 11. You can do about probably 30 laps here on a field run, so we'll see how that plays out. If we can get a green flag stop in here with just 9 cars on the lead lap now, and 3 cars retired. Not a lot of cars running on the track, so very good chance we could see some green flag racing here. So we see Matt, Robert there. Mark Senza now settling in 3rd. Rick Johnson and Jeff Hale there getting a little frisky for that position, and Rick right now has it. Jeff wants it, but right now everyone seems to be content on kind of running the same line, or running that higher line. As we said before, Matt Watkins was working the low line early on. Now we see he's kind of running the same line. As we move back up, we can see He's not hugging the yellow line. He's still running low, but not as low. As the tires wear out, he'll probably continue to move up the track. As we continue to look through the field, see the 98 of Sam Young there. He's trying to play catch up here. There we see the 151 of Guy Petra, who's trying to keep in contact with these leaders. 303 Ken Ron also holding on to this lead group. A little too far back right now, but he still has a competitive car. So if he can get back onto the lead lap, I think Ken can do good things here still tonight. But Jeff and Rick there continue to run nose to tail. Rick continues to hold that position. And there's a little gap there, though, that's building. He was a little closer to Mark before, but as they're battling, maybe a little mirror drive in there. And you slow down just a bit as we see the top three continue to be the same. Matt, Robert, and Mark. There we see Pop's going another lap down. So Pop's really struggling now. The engine must have some definite demons living in it now after hitting the wall. And he's gonna have a long night when you drive it. When your car's on, believe me, I know. I've wrecked the car more times than I can care to talk about right now. So I know driving a wounded car is no fun. And Pop's soldiering on right now. There we see Matt breaking up just a little lead there in front of the 18 car. Mark DeSenza right on his back bumper. There we see the battle for second. Not really a battle. Teammates there, of course, always in communication. There we see that Jeff is able to get around now Rick Johnson, and you can see Jeff has a pretty good car. He's quickly made up that gap that he was when he was behind Rick. You could see that gap developed, and now he's gotten by Rick, and you can see Jeff Hale has a very good car tonight. And he's quickly caught the back bumper of Mark DeSenza, and I think he might have something for Mark very shortly here as we continue to watch this battle. Second, third, and fourth right there, all in your picture. Jeff now working a little higher here, seeing if you can get some momentum from that higher line, and that's what the higher line can give you. You're able to stay on the gas a little longer and get on the gas a little earlier to carry more speed around the corner. And when you come off, that's what happens. As you can see, a great run right there as Mark and Robert kind of had to ease up a little on each other. Jeff came off that corner and just shot down the track with a huge run. And he goes around Mark DeSenza and takes the third position from him. And he's quickly working on the back bumper of Robert Bokum. And I think Jeff Hale looks to be really marching to the front right now. And he makes another big inside move here. And he's side by side now with Robert Bokum. And quickly takes the position. And I don't even think Robert would care to battle him right now. You can clearly see that Jeff is on the march right now. And let's see, you see the lead that Matt Watkins has developed. And we'll see now if Jeff can bite into the leader. That we see it's about 0.8 of a second right now. But we can see already Jeff has pulled out a little bit in front of the 18 and the 6. So he definitely has a fast car tonight. Matt Watkins, I think, might have a faster car right now. And there's our leader just clicking off lap after lap right now as the battle rages behind him. But right now it seems to have settled down with the 29 passing everyone and setting sail for our leader. Robert Bokum, Mark DeSenza, and Rick Johnson now has caught Mark DeSenza with his battling. And Rick's now maybe car is coming alive a little And maybe the 18 and the 6 ran a little hard, which is uncharacteristic of them. Usually they're the tire savers, or at least the 18 we know is. I know Mark does like to run up front and stay up front, but right now Rick has right there watching the two of them. You can see behind Rick not a lot of other cars, lead lap cars. We see Ken Ron and Guy Petra. And we see that Sam Young actually has now gotten around Guy Petra, so Sam Young's car may be coming alive a little. Sam saving some tire early on this run as we hit lap 33. And as I said, I think about 30 laps. If we went green 11, that put, say, 41, so 7 laps maybe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just pure guessing. Maybe even 32, 33 laps or something to that effect. But there we see Sam really putting the hammer down right now, checking lap times real quick. We see the 303 of Ken Ron actually running in that group, set fast lap. But looking for the 98, we see that Sam is in 7th in the speed, but he's only not even a 10th off the fastest time. So Sam clicking off some good laps there. And we see there's Ken Ron, our fastest lap of the race so far by a couple hundredths of a second over the rest of the field. But we see the 52 car right on the back bumper of the 6, 303 right there too. Of course, 3 Boca Motorsports and Rick Johnson. So Team FSB, Rick Johnson, in a Boca Motorsports sandwich there. So he's on his own. He's going to have to fight his way through the Bochum triumvirate there. And we'll see how he does. But right now, yeah, his car's looking good. He seems very comfortable driving right there with Mark. Doesn't seem to be losing any ground. But someone who's gaining ground, and you see him quickly joining the picture, is the 98 of Sam Young, who's just zoomed around Ken Ron. And he has his sight squarely sent on these next group of runners here. And we see Sam moving on up here. Very impressive. He's up to 6th place, bearing down on... and I hear some skidding and I see some not good stuff here. You see Sam spinning in the grass. And don't know why that happened, but let's see what happened here, folks. And we see Sam was just really on a rail. And we see see that the and yeah, a little bump there, and the 6 car hardened to the wall, and then that sent Sam spinning. And we see a guy taking evasive action there, spinning in the grass but not touching anyone. And you get quickly going. He cautions out, don't lose a lap, and I think Guy Petra will be okay. Get some new tires, and he'll be fine. But Mark descends hard into the wall. Sam spinning. Don't think there was a ton of damage to the car, but just another unfortunate occurrence for. And quickly going back live, we see Matt Watkins getting his service done, and away he goes. And he's going to beat we see Robert Bochum. Don't know if, looked like Robert might have been having some problems there. And we'll take another quick glance here. There we see Matt Watkins already in his box. There we see the 52 of Rick Johnson coming in. 29 of Jeff Hale right in front of Robert Bokum coming in at the angle there. Of course, Mark, involved in that wreck there. And watching, there we see Matt Watkins coming out. There we see Rick Johnson, the 29 of Jeff Hale. And just it looked like a slow stop for Robert Bokum's team. Didn't see anything obvious there, but Robert Bokum having a little problem in the pits there, dropping him back to fourth. There you see the 6 car. As we go back live, we see the 6 car has retired from the race, unfortunately. And that's another shame. Mark DeZenza, our pole sitter, unfortunately, they went into the corner, and Sam had a hell of a run. Sam was just on fire, but unfortunately, either Mark was a little slower than Sam expected, or Mark did have to slow down a little to keep keep in line with Robert right in front of him, and Sam got into the back of him and put him around into the wall, and it also caused Sam, the spin guy, also spun down into the grass as well, but did not see him contact anything. So Guy, you see in the lead right now under this caution. So Matt Watkins joining the group there, and we see now he's actually in the pits. Of course, that will update once we cross the line there. We see the 151 car coming down pit lane. So let's follow the 151, and you can see a good, nice clean shot of the 151 coming down pit road from this lone camera angles that we have here at Kentucky. And kind of awkward on pit lane for some of them. We see Sean Johnson right behind, getting look like some gas and go there for Sean Johnson. Just topping up. Guy Petra, 4 tires. There's the 83 car, Steve Weber, and yeah, it didn't look like maybe a couple hammers on it, if anything. But he's back out, and I think he's fine. That leaves the 15 car back into the lead. See, the lights are out on the pace car. We're lap 41, so these guys needed to stop anyway. I was almost getting to a full fuel run when the yellow came out. So we're going green at the start of lap 42. And you see those flash bulbs popping in the stands. The fans like getting their camera shots of our FSB pros here. 15 car leading us down. Green flag racing. Lap 42 of 107. Not quite halfway yet. 15 car is our leader. 303 Ken Ron on the inside, 1 lap down. 29 car Jeff Hale in second. And we see Matt Watkins really puts the hammer down on the green flag. And the car really looks settled, doesn't it? Just turns in so nicely into the corners, and believe me, that's at some speed right there that he's doing that. That's not for the faint of heart right there. We see the 29 car Jeff Hale in second, already over a 1 second lead has developed. We see Jeff Hale in second, Rick Johnson in third. Just trying to keep this heavy pace that Matt Watkins has laid down right at the beginning of this green flag. We see the 18 car Robert Bokum going underneath the 98 of Sam Young. Sam looking did inside out, or what was that? Crossover there by Sam Young to the inside, and woo! As Sam came up out of the corner there, almost a little contact with Robert Bokum, but there was no contact. But that cost Sam 2 positions, with Robert getting by, and then Guy Petra also getting underneath him as he went up a little. You see that Sam's car is probably a little off as he's bounced into the wall and down into the apron, almost getting Steve getting into the back of Sam there. Sam definitely has some damage to that car now, and looks like he's going to have a tough night and tough break for Sam. He looked like he was on his way to catch Matt Watkins. He was running so good, and then just a couple unfortunate incidents, and now he's dropping back. And you can see he's you see that Ken Ron has gotten around Matt Watkins. So Matt now looks like might be in cruise mode. So Ken again is back on the lead lap. He was on the lead lap briefly before with teammate Robert Bokum was the leader. But Matt Watkins soon took the lead and then passed Ken as well to keep him that lap down. But now Ken back out in front, and I think this is a situation now. Matt Watkins, seeing that he has a 2-second lead, is okay with this happening. If he sees that 2-second lead going away, he may put the hammer back down and pick up the pace again. Here's see our leader. Second and third right there. The 29 car Jeff Hale in second. 52 of Rick Johnson. 151 of Guy Petra now. Second, third, and fourth right there. So there's some action here. Looking back to our fifth place car, and that would be Robert Bokum. Sean Johnson also battling on the lead lap still, as is Steve Weber in seventh, and Ken Ron valiantly keeping Matt Watkins behind him. And we can see Pop's up high there. Pop's having a long night, man, with the wounded vehicle there, and everyone gets around him safely. There we see Sean T-Roy, who's a few laps down right now too, and there we see Steve Weber. Moving back up, we see the 151, the 52, and the 29. Still running together. And there's our leader, Matt Watkins. Matt Watkins not running a full schedule this season. He has elected to run a partial schedule. He says he's gonna make sure that the tracks that he really likes, he makes them too, and the ones that don't make that list, we may not see him in those races, but he's enjoying himself. He lives for winning, so winning races is very important to him still. So when he shows up, you know, that's what is on his. He's not points racing really. He's win racing, and right now he's proven that when he has his mind set, he can be very dangerous for this field. And he's got a very comfortable lead here. We see 1.35. It was up to 2 seconds, so the lead has disappeared a little. And as I say that, maybe it's hammer down time again for Matt Watkins as he makes a move to the inside of Ken Ron, and again puts Ken back one lap down. Now we'll leave 7 cars on the lead lap. 54 of 107 complete. Just past halfway here at Kentucky. Pro Cup Racing, FSB. Matt Watkins is our leader. 29 car, Jeff Hale is second. There's the 29 car. He's still being shadowed by the 52 and the 151. Those 3 have held it together, and they have cut into the Matt Watkins lead. It did get as high as 2 seconds. Now it's down to 1.3, and these guys are slowly trying to chip away at it. And Robert Bokum trying to join this trio and make it a quartet. And of course, 4 cars running together in cooperation can be very fast here at Kentucky. There is some draft that comes into play, and if guys stay in line and really run the same lines and can keep up that speed, it could play a factor against the lone wolf leading the race. So we'll see if that comes into play as we stay green here.
Company there in the booth there, Mr. Greg.
And it looks like Sam car has been beat to a point where maybe he couldn't continue, and he's made his way up the stairs. No elevator here at Kentucky. Had to climb up the stairs and join us in the booth. Sam, thanks for joining us. Unfortunately, you're joining us. Tough race out there.
Yeah, I got involved pretty early there with the 6th car and sent him around, and that just throws you when that happens, and you hate to do it to somebody, ruin their night, and just kind of threw me in after that. Bounced into the wall pretty good, and realized I'd just be off the pace. And I'm not in the points here, so I've been kind of running just to try to get a win or 2, but it ain't going to happen tonight. By the way, great job you're doing here in the broadcast, Greg. I need to point that out.
Yeah, appreciate it, Sam. And yeah, I saw you bounce off the wall there and lose a few positions, and I know, believe me, I know how that feels. I had a pretty poor race at Kentucky myself, out early for doing poor driving on my part. So Kentucky doesn't look to be a dangerous track on the face of it, but on those cold tires and the speed you carry into these corners, the tires can be a little dicey sometimes.
Yeah, and the little transition, we went nationwide tonight for Chicagoland, and it kind of looks the same, but it's nowhere near the same. So I need the little transition there to learn how to slow down in the corners here at Kentucky. But it's a very fun track to drive. I like driving the outside, you know that. But so I'm just pointing out tonight that 303 car, boy, he's looking pretty strong.
Yeah, Ken unfortunately got a lap down early on in the race, actually 2 laps down, and he did fight his way to gain 1 back, but right now he cannot find a way to get that 2nd lap back, and that can be frustrating when you have a quality car. And of course Matt Watkins is laying down some mean laps to start this last run, and he's pushed his way out to a nice little lead. Jeff Hale has been battling valiantly to keep up with him, and he has cut that lead in about half. So Matt maybe jumped out very quick. Of course, you can abuse these tires here at Kentucky, and you might have to pedal it back just a bit. And maybe that's what Matt's doing right now, just trying to cool those tires down, and Jeff's able to bite into that lead a little more.
Well, Jeff Hale has just improved and improved on his tire conservation, and he proved that nationwide just in our last race. And he knows what to do here. He knows he has to keep it steady, not try to run down Matt. But if anybody can do this tonight, I believe it will be Jeff Hale. The 18, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the 18's on pace tonight. I was behind him and was able to get right by him, and that's not normal for that 18. I'm not sure what's going on. He has a problem maybe with the car or something, maybe his controls.
Yeah, well, right now Robert Bokum he did lead a few laps early on, right at the green flag. Quickly passed his teammate and assumed the lead, which is usually not his mo. But he did that and led a few laps and didn't look bad doing it. But now, yeah, he's been kind of stuck back in 4th and 5th place, and right now about almost 3 seconds behind our leaders. But we'll see. He could be playing possum too. You never know. Rick Johnson also having a solid run so far tonight. He's been in the top 5 pretty much all night, sitting in 3rd place, just a couple seconds behind leader Matt Watkins. And again, Rick missed a race early on in the season as well. We'll see if he can make the rest of them. But Rick's certainly not out of contention here with a couple quality finishes. And got a couple people missing races. Like as we said, the 96 car out on assignment right now, not able to make the race tonight, and he's in the top 10. So another opportunity for guys not in the top 10 to gather back some points. And also Troy Higgins' early exit from this race opens up everyone, as he was the leader. So we can see a big point shakeup after tonight.
I saw Troy leave. I was kind of surprised at that he didn't try to run the laps down to try to get whatever positions he could. He is our point leader right now, has been for 2 weeks. And you were just mentioning Rick Johnson, 2-time Pro Cup champion here at FSB. He knows how to run these tracks.
Oh yeah, he certainly does. I think Troy was blown up from his wreck. Unfortunately, Joe Cutter got a little loose and slid up the track, and big time contact with Troy, and the motor was immediately smoking from the contact, and I just think they had told him they couldn't fix it, so he had to shut it down.
I was about to initiate a pass there on that with the caution. It had just come out from something else, and I was just about to get under him. I said, I don't want to get under him right now. Go ahead and just go to the line. And he got loose and got up in there, and I just tapped him. Yeah. He got more loose, and then Robert Boken behind me, he's just giving a little bump. He couldn't help it either. We just couldn't get checked up in time to prevent that. So I felt bad for Joe.
It was definitely a chain reaction situation for Joe getting loose, and it looked like he might have got onto the brakes a little there to correct his looseness, and in doing so, the speed difference there is too great to react, and a bump from you and then a bump from behind. I think it was maybe Matt Watkins actually that got into the back of you.
It was. Yes,
and it was, minimal damage to everyone except for Joe Cutt and Troy, who just came together, unfortunately, at the wrong place at the wrong time, and both hit very hard. And Troy's car, was done from that point on. So, as far as the points go, though, someone's misfortune is someone else's gain, and right now the gain would be Jeff Hale, of course. He's our second place in the standings, so he'll gather up some points here tonight. And so far he's looking good in second place, and inside a second now. So Matt Watkins jumped out to almost just a little over a 2-second lead at one point, and now that lead has really gone away. It's just a little over 0.7 of a second last lap. So Jeff Hale is on the move.
I suspect Jeff is doing his best just to conserve his tires right now, but you're right. Jeff is hungry for this championship. I know he is. He's participating a lot this season in just about every division, and I know his kids watch and cheer him on. He's just run like hail.
Yeah, he is running like hail right now. And speaking of running like hail, the 18 car is slowly making moves here. He's up into the 3rd position now, and inside of 3 seconds. He was almost 3 seconds. Now he's well inside 3 seconds. So it looks like the top 4 are all gaining slightly on our leader. Not that that's a surprise. I think Matt Watkins' strategy was, I'm going to shoot out. And you see he's locked up the brakes here. He's coming into the pits, it looks like. So Matt Watkins making a green flag stop, it looks like here. Camera angles here at Kentucky, unfortunately, aren't as good as some other tracks. But right now, we watched a 15 car coming down. We're on lap 73. So
that's interesting because, Greg, the fuel here is 33 laps, which means he'll be about 7 laps short to continue with it. Let me see. What do I do my math here? Ooh, might be close.
Yeah, I mean, 73 and 33 is 106. 107 is the length of the race.
And everybody's coming in.
So...
29's on pit road, and the 18 also.
And it looks like the 151 has elected to stay out for at least one more lap. And then we see the 5 car on pit road, the 52's on pit road, the 18 and the 29. So the rest of our leaders are on pit road. 29 and 18 look like Robert Bokum slightly overshot the pit.
Just barely.
That's going to cost several seconds, though, overall. And that let's see what that does.
And he's on that bad angle there in the pits. They're still there. And
there we see Jeff getting out successfully. And there's a drag race between 18 and 52. So we'll see where they blend in with Matt Watkins. And there we see Matt going around Jeff on the inside of the track. Remember, you got to stay down there until you see that asphalt patch. Then you can blend in.
What a great job the 18 did coming off of that bad pit stop. And he is right on the 29's bumper here.
He sure did. And you see some other guys going into the pits. And the caution is out right now, too. So, and we see the cars in pit lane with the caution just coming out.
151 might put some laps.
This is we see the 15 is currently showing 1 lap down. No, now he's showing on the he just came onto the lead lap. But this is going to really scramble things. The 83 showing in second right now. The 5 and the 29 showing a lot of seconds behind. So they may have all been trapped on the tail end of the lead lap right now.
Well, those guys haven't pit yet, so they'll come in and probably just line up, and we might just get that lineup we had before.
Well, let's see. We see Guy got his service, and he's out in the way. So this is really scrambling things. Green flag stops. Matt Watkins started the green flag stops, and then everyone quickly followed, and right at the, let's say, the tail end of the green flag stops, the caution came out. And that's always anxiety time for everyone on the track, not knowing, am I a lap down? Am I on the tail end of the lead lap? Am I actually the only car on the lead lap? Sometimes that can happen too. There we see the pace car.
The 18 is diving down into pit road again. I don't know what the steal is there.
Yeah, we see the pace car, and we see Matt Watkins is the first car right behind the pace car. So maybe you're right about this, Sam. Maybe this just will cycle around to what we expected to probably see.
I'm showing right now.
I'm showing Matt Watkins on the tail end of the lead lap.
Exactly. The 29 is our leader now, and the 52 is in second place. And I don't know what happened to the 18, but he dove back down into the pits.
Maybe he saw that, he's getting tires. We see, he's again getting 4 tires, and maybe it's possible he is having some control issues, Sam. And as you know, part of the features of this game, which is really cool, maybe some people might not even know, is that if you pit, you can hit the escape button on your keyboard, and you can go into the options and actually do things while the pit stop is occurring. And you can make some graphics changes and some little tweaks that if maybe you're having a connection problem, maybe you can shut down some graphics, and maybe that will help. So maybe he is having some control issues.
You can also, with that options, you can also you can change your Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking of here. The ratio, steering ratio.
Yes.
You can mess with the ratio, and you can also, like you say, with the graphics. And
Yeah, and you could recalibrate the wheel very quickly.
Recalibrate the wheel, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly. That could be important, yeah.
Absolutely. So there is some things available. Some people may not know that during the race you can do that in a pit stop. It's nervous time. I've had to do it a couple times just because I left things on that weren't for proper tracks. Sometimes some shadows don't look good in certain tracks, and I left them on. I quickly went to the options screen during the stop, and you can hear it in the background as your guys are changing the tires, and it's a race against time to switch around things and then get back into the car, so you're not wasting any time. But under yellow like this, a little more relaxed, and with only 6 cars, I guess we'll call it, on the lead lap. He was felt that he could do that and not be too punished, and because Matt Watkins right now showing on the tail end of the lead lap, everyone else seems to be okay. So as I said, looks like we have 6 cars that will line up behind our leader, and Matt Watkins, our 7th car on the lead lap, lining up right ahead of our leader.
And I'm watching the 29 right now. He is clutching. He's trying to save as much fuel as he can. They're about ready to go green again.
Yeah, we see we'll go green with basically 29 laps remaining. So that should be enough. It'll be interesting to see how Matt Watkins works this here. Will he just try to drive crazed and just drive as fast as he can lap after lap? Or it's really a tough spot to be in with such few laps remaining.
And I see Jeff Hale probably he has to worry about the guys behind him now, and I suspect that he will do his best to keep them behind him. And the reason now is because he can. This could be a real big coup for him. He can get a couple extra points for leading extra laps if he can stay up there. I don't know if he's going to get the most laps led, but he certainly could get the win and the extra point for the win.
Yes, absolutely. That's big, and of course he knows he's going to be racking up some points on Troy Higgins, who finished basically last in this race, 15th position. So he's figured the difference between winning a race and finishing 15th is probably almost 20 points, and he was down less than 20 points to the leader. So we may be looking at our new points leader right now as well.
Very disappointing for Troy Higgins, because I know that he's an awesome driver, awesome dude, and I just feel for him because I know he's going for this championship too. But we'll see what Jeff Hale can do, because Jeff is really good at when he gets out there in front conserving his tires. He's only going to lead as much as he needs to lead to win the race, and that's a pro. That's a pro way of doing it.
Yeah, we see that Matt was able to pull away from him. Not that, like you said, that's the least of Jeff's thinking right now. Of course, he's looking in his mirror and seeing, is anyone going to be giving him a challenge? And right now he sees the 18 car in second, 151 third, Rick Johnson fourth. So those 2, 3, and 4 are right on each other. And they're trying to charge him down. We'll see Robert Bokum maybe coming alive now. With the race winding down, no conserving now. It's go time.
And don't count that 52 out. He knows how to conserve his tires and save his tires. And this is really a tire game nowadays, folks. I say the word folks, but I mean I really believe in that. This is how the 18 wins a lot. This is how the 35 wins a lot. They really know the tires of this game and what they do and how to conserve them.
Absolutely, but we see the 151 is not in conservation mode, and he makes a hard run down to the inside of the 18. And as you said, some things you don't see very often in any division, and especially in Pro Cup, is the 18 getting past late in the race here. And Guy Petra is on fire right now, and it just went down low and came away and got underneath him and pulled away on the inside and made the pass, and he continues on, and that's a very impressive drive right there. This is Pro Cup.
You know, when that 151 gets psyched, sometimes he's a pleasure to watch because he can get psyched up and he just gets out there and he doesn't win nearly as much as I think he can.
Well, he's got the leader in his sights right now, Sam, and man, he's looking really good.
Yeah, he's actually
really fast right now.
He's leaving the 18, and that's very surprising. The 18 doesn't usually do this, and I just have to suspect something's up with this his rig or something. I don't see him conserving tires at this point. He never wanted that 151 in front of him because that's the extra work to get up and try to catch a 29. So I'm suspect something's wrong with that 18.
Yeah, and that very well may be the case. As we said, that late pit stop as well after already making the stop and not really needing to do another stop. That's very unlike Robert Bochum to just decide to come down to the pits for no reason. So obviously we know there was a reason why he did it, and maybe it was there some wheel issues or connection issues or a myriad of other reasons. But yeah, and then with the 151 making a run right by him, and they're closing down on the 29 right now. So Guy Petra's got a Pro Cup win in his sights right now with just 20 laps remaining.
And I can tell you as a driver, these 20 laps are just frustrating. You hear that 20 to go, and you say, how much tire do I got left? And you start getting anxious because the 18's right on your bumper, and I can feel for the anxiousness going on with the top three right now. This is what racing's all about. This is it.
And we can see the leader and second and third all in your picture at once. So you know that means they're getting closer and closer. And there is a little draft at play in Kentucky, and two cars cooperating can probably run down one car with all else being equal. And it looks like that's the case here with Robert really just kind of staying right on Guy's bumper and not making really any moves to try to make a pass. And they have cut into that lead, and it's just 0.3 of a second. And only 1.5 seconds back to 5th place. So the entire top 5 seems to be slowly reeling Jeff back in.
And there goes the 18. Looks like he's going to take a shot at the 151.
He's been running the lower line, and that's the preferred line here at Kentucky. Is you get up high against the wall there in the straightaways, and then you kind of dive the car down to the yellow, and then power your way off the turn. And we see that Guy is certainly not.
Oh, that 18's all kinds of power now. He's caught the 29. This can be very interesting.
Yeah, there maybe was a little tire saving going on there, and maybe he was waiting for that 20 to go sign. And right now he is giving him some pressure on the inside, and that's if I'm Jeff here, I gotta run the low line. I gotta make Robert pass me on the outside, but I don't know if he can keep the car down right now. And that's the other thing about Kentucky. When the tires start wearing, you have to kind of crawl the car up the track to keep the pace. And right now, you see Jeff's a much higher line than Robert, which means maybe Robert's got those fresher tires right now.
And you start using up as much racetrack as you can. And last race, the 29 and the 18 in the nationwide race, they had this similar thing going on here. And at the end, the 29 was able to stretch it out about a half a second over the 18 at the end of the race. But we'll see what happens here. These are both very tire smart, very, very professional drivers right here. And this is a great little end of the race. We're getting to the point with 15 laps to go.
Yes, we are. We see we're on lap 94 of 107. So we're counting them down. And let's not count out the 151. He's hanging around. And if these two get the battle in side by side, I think the 151 is going to really be right there with them. And anything can happen when you get side by side.
Great run by that 151.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I say, I always like seeing a number that maybe we're not used to seeing week in and week out at
There
the front.
goes the 18.
And there goes the 18 down low. Just going to get that run off the high side.
Not even a challenge for the 29. He will try to reverse back underneath, and didn't have enough.
Now we'll see if 18 will stretch this and put an end to this race, or will the 29 fight back? And right now it looks like he's trying to fight back. He's going to really up on his bumper there, as Robert can really drive the car down low and come up high off the turn. And that is the proper, I think, line here at Kentucky. Jeff bringing in the car much higher and keeping like in that second lane. He was able to get a lot of momentum though in that lane, but right now Robert's car driving off the turns very well. 10 laps to go now.
At this point, I think the best thing the 29 can do is just keep his tires cool, and I don't count out the 52 or the 151, and we'll see if they've got something for the end of the race here. 10 to go.
Yeah, we're at 10 to go. The 52 has caught the back of the 151. So these top four are all kind of getting closer together. Certainly Robert has not pulled away by any means from the 29. He's able to stay right in his tracks, and as I said, there is a little draft here, so if he can stay tight to him like that, he will get the benefit of maybe a tenth of a second or so. And of course, at the speeds they're running and how close they run, that can make a big difference for you. And right now, Jeff trying to pick and choose, and he gets down to the low there, and had a little run on for a second there on Robert. Robert
he was all over Robert there.
Robert had nothing to do with it though. He closed the door on him and said, "That's that for now, Jeff." But right behind him, Sam, we got the 52 now getting to the inside. And maybe Rick Johnson was laying back in the weeds a little, and now he's pressing his car into service, and it's responding well. He's up in the third place now. Still
strong.
Still 7 laps to go, so maybe enough time to mix it up with the front runners. That remains to be seen. But Rick Johnson moving up from 5th to 3rd. There we see Jeff. There we see Robert. And of course, right ahead of them, the 15 of Matt Watkins. Still on the lead lap, but unfortunately for Matt, with that caution, got trapped on the tail end of the lead lap during that last caution during the green flag stops, and no caution since, so no break for Matt Watkins, unfortunately.
That's what he was hoping for, was that caution to come back, quick caution, get back out. And make a run for this, but I can't help but feel that Matt used up his car pretty good there.
Yeah, these leaders have reeled him back in after he jumped out to a nice sized lead over our leader Jeff Hale, who of course just let him go. But right now they have reeled him back in, and Robert making a pass on him. But Jeff, of course, seeing a little side-by-side action there between Matt Watkins and Robert Bokum, and Jeff is still right there. Can't quite catch up to the back bumper of him, but he hasn't really let Robert pull away by any means.
Robert has to make a mistake here, I believe, for the 29 to get him. And Robert, well, let me tell you something. This cat rarely ever makes mistakes. You don't ever see him locking up the brakes or anything like that. He's Mr. Smooth. He's the Iron Man for sure.
Yeah, he's. When you have to say the only way I'm going to be him if he makes a mistake. That's hoping for a lot, actually. If I was out in front and you said I'm hoping for a mistake, I'd say your chances are very good that you'll get one.
Me too.
Exactly. When it's Robert Bokum, I say he's probably almost the opposite. The chances are very low that you'll get one. And we see he did make a slight mistake in the pits tonight, but as you said, he came out of pit road. He recovered brilliantly from it, and he didn't lose the track position. Was able to stay on that lead lap during that caution, and now has run down the leader and has assumed the lead. And he's got about 3 laps to go, or 2.5 laps to go. Jeff is not letting him go though, and he's still right there. With Rick Johnson trying to join the party actually here. Rick with a great run on this last green flag run, and Jeff is going to be right there again. He's right up on Robert, and he's going high. And Robert keeps him behind him, and right now we're inside of 2 laps. FSB rules say you can block with 2 laps remaining. We don't like to use the B word with Robert Bokum. Certainly he's not that kind of driver, but it's not an illegal move here. So you wouldn't be, bending the rules or anything by covering him up. And that's what he's done so far as we get the white flag. And we're on the last lap, and Rick watching this battle here in third, but he's joined up with him, and Jeff's going to make maybe one final stab at it as we go down the backstretch. He's trying to hold that low line, but Robert's having nothing to do with it. And as you said, Sam, mistake-free driving from Robert Bokum. And that equals checkered flag. What a great run by Jeff, though. When you see Robert go by you, it's very easy to say, well, it's over. There's no way I'm going to get. But he did not give up, and he made about 2 or 3 runs at him. But of course, Robert, being who he is, he held off those runs, and getting a little love from the competition. But he held them off, and well-earned victory. You were saying we didn't think there was something right with Robert, and maybe we'll find out there something wasn't. But that shows you how good he is.
He just typed that he had damage. Yeah, that he was damaged, and so he caught some early damage, and that was the problem. So.
Yeah, so you were right in suspecting something was going on, and it still didn't matter. He gets the victory. 29 second, 52 of Rick Johnson third. Guy Petra with a great run. Gave us some thrills there as he got around Robert Bokum, and looked like he was closing in on the leaders there, but maybe he used up his stuff as well. Fell back to fourth, and Steve Weber, who we really didn't even talk about, all of a sudden, there he is, 5th place, top 5 for Steve Weber.
Good job.
Who also,
Guy Petra.
Yeah, who also congrats to Steve on being named admin here at FSB, running the Chicken Run, our late night Tuesday edition, and congrats to him on that. Well deserved, of course, well deserved. So there we see our official standing. So this race is now officially in the books, and officially Robert Bokum takes the checkered flag, just ahead of Jeff Hale and Rick Johnson, second and third respectively. Guy Petra, Steve Weber rounding out that top 5, and the rest of the guys finished not on the lead lap. Matt Watkins was very fast all night, led a bunch of laps, got caught in that green flag stop, yellow flag situation, and finished 6th. Ken Ron 7th, Sean Johnson 8th. T-Roy brought it home in the top 10 and 9th. T-Roy had a long night. He got laps down early, but just fought the good fight. Remained laps down, but still managed to bring home a top 10, and that's what you get rewarded from hanging in there. So good job by T-Roy there in 9th. Pops also finally had to give up the ghost. That car was beat up, and he kept soldiering around the track, and finally the engine blew up on him. But still a top 10 for Pops, and there's Sam there in 11th. Mark DeSenza 12th. Michael finished in 13th, also with a blown up engine. And there's Joe Cudd, who had the early incident, and with Troy, who unfortunately our points leader taking a big hit here in the points, which maybe we'll have an update before we can go off the air. But Troy Higgins finishing in 15th, and our second place in the points, Jeff Hale, finishing second in the race. So it's going to be very interesting at the top of the point chart.
It might be a tie. I have to try to figure that out and see what they put up. I think it might be a tie for that lead position there.
Yeah, very well may be. And maybe, Sam, you could jump down in the racing channel. And we see that the boss man there is also down the race channel. Probably congratulating Robert. But, yeah, let's see if we can get a quick word with Robert and find out how he managed to bring home that car in front of everyone. And Sam will go off to see if he can grab Robert. And just a great finish with a damaged car. Robert Bokum takes the win. Jeff Hale, who went in for a surgery last week, and he's been winning everything in sight. And I think maybe Robert had some kind of voodoo doll in his car, and he was poking his back or something, and it just distracted him enough, about 2/10 worth of distraction. But maybe not. Maybe he's just that good. But we're joined by our top finishers, so we appreciate it. Robert, congratulations on the win. We heard you say you had a little damage to that car, so to bring it home, quite an accomplishment. Good job.
Appreciate it. Yeah, the damage was killing me coming off turn 2, so I told Jeff I was pointing to the outside those last 2 laps. I was getting him all that room out there he wanted. He had plenty of room out there. He could just go on. But Jeff raced me clean. I appreciate it. I just try to ride behind him and keep my tire temperatures down. These tires, man, they just went crazy once they got hot. So I try to wait till the end and make my move. But great job by Jeff Hale, man. That dude's freaking blast. We were just talking before the race, too. He's like, let's put a show on and try to make this down to us. So it kind of turned out good. I hate Matt had problems. Matt was definitely the car to beat tonight. That dude was on a roll tonight. We were fast at the start. Once I got the damage, it killed. But I want to go shout out Jeff Hill, Guy Petrie. What a freaking run he had tonight, and Rick Johnson, man. I mean, that was a blast at the end. I mean, that was some fun racing. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, it was a great race to see you slowly climb back up from 5th place or so to 4th to 3rd, and some great racing there, and also some great racing by Jeff, man. Some rehab you're on right now. What is it, 4 wins already, or 3 wins? I'm losing count already. And it looked like you had one here for a good portion of it, and then we saw that 18 car slowly making ground on you. So what was going through your mind there?
Yeah, it's been a good week since I got out the hospital. Won Tuesday night, won the race earlier tonight, and had a good run tonight. Matt was real fast. I think we pretty much had the field covered there one time, then the caution got us and munched everybody back up, and then he got burned on the caution where put him on the tail in the lead lap. Appreciate him, moving over and letting me and Robert there fight it there at the very end. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Robert's a heck of a driver, and me and him, we always battle on the tracks, and it's just a lot of fun to race somebody like Robert.
Yeah, it was a great battle, and yeah, a great run, and just a week out of being cut on by a crazy doctor, probably, in my opinion. I think all doctors are crazy, so just my opinion. And there you're back in the seat and winning races, not just competing, but winning races. So great job, Jeff, and great run tonight, and big points shake up with Troy Higgins going out of the race early. Jeff, we may see you either tied or maybe a point behind, or maybe in a point ahead. I can't do them. I'm not good at math, so. But great run there, and that's I'm sure a good feeling too, knowing that you're right there at the top of the chart.
Yeah, I hated to see the problems that Troy had early on. I think a lot of guys were affected there at the very beginning. But I mean, it's just the way things happen sometimes. But I hate to see that happen with him. Wanted to battle him on the track rather than see him fall like he did.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just some bad luck being in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's had a great run. I think he'll bounce back. So I don't think that will hurt Troy in the long run. But yeah, the big points shakeup. And speaking of points, Rick Johnson, who actually I believe missed the race early on, I think the first race, but he's coming back. And the way you gain points on people is finishing top fives and top threes, and you did it, Rick. And the car looked really good at the end. In fact, it looked the best it's been all night, right at the end there.
Oh, yeah, started to find a groove at the end there. Jeff and Robert definitely had me covered, though.
Yeah, it looked like maybe if this was a 150 lap race, it may have had a different outcome. But a good race, a very patient race on your part. It looked like you got kind of got battling almost every lap there, third, fourth, fifth position, and then slowly toward the end there. You had a very good car and looked like you were gaining ground on the leaders slowly as the race ended.
Yeah, just try to keep it clean the whole night. I missed a couple of races here, so I'm trying to knock the rust off. But yeah, at the end there, just 20 laps to go, you got to put it down. So that's what I was doing.
Yeah, well, congratulations all three you guys. Great race, good show, and Robert, broken car, connecting from remote locations, and still winning races. So I don't know what to say. I'm running out of words.
No, it's a good battle, man. These guys, in all honesty, these guys push you to get better. I spent numerous hours. My wife could tell you, believe me, learning tires and stuff. But these, Jeff Hale, he's had a great year. Troy Higgins, I hate seeing him out his luck because he's been the man. But running behind Matt, I learned so much, and I really try to put it into what I do on the track. But I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's not doing good right now, and she might end up probably watching race Friday night from the hospital. She's got a real bad infection. They're going to put her in to do some surgery on her. So she's listening out there, Mom. I love you. I hope you get better. We'll be thinking of you. And like I said, great job, Jeff, everybody tonight. Thank y'all for what y'all do for us, man. Y'all make it a blast to come here and do what we love to do.
We appreciate it, and shout out to your mom. Hope that she does well, and we'll be thinking of her on Friday too when we do our broadcast. So if she's watching, we'll hopefully Milt won't make her any sicker. Hope that maybe cheer her up a little.
I appreciate that, guys.
Speaking of that Friday night, don't we have a new sponsor out there, Mr. Bokum, for that Friday night series? Just want to give a shout out to that.
Yeah, my sponsor, Apple Collision Center. Nobody's allowed to put it on their hoods because they really brought me some good luck. But yeah, and the great thing about it, they watch every Friday. They have they get it. They actually get together. Him and his family get together in the living room and put it on the TV screen and sit back. And I think he said they end up eating the whole thing of popcorn night watching it. He said by the end of the night they were standing up cheering like it was real racing. So they've really gotten into it. And but like I said, that's a factor of the way y'all do, man. Y'all put it on such a good broadcast. To me, it's better racing than you see on TV at NASCAR. So,
yeah, certainly sometimes more exciting than regular NASCAR. That's for sure. But appreciate all you guys joining us, and congratulations again. Our next broadcast Friday night. I believe Friday night will be the same track, Kentucky, but Winston Cup cars, a little different physics, a little different reactions to the cars. What do you expect, Robert? Do you expect the same kind of racing? Some good side by side, or a little different setup on that one?
Yeah, I look for it to be. I look for a couple good 2-wide. The Winston Cup cars, the front end's kind of real tight in them, so you can let it roll and you can work the outside real good. But I look for some good side by side racing. You won't see as loose as you've seen tonight. So you'll see a lot more, I think. 2, 3 wide at times. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a great race.
Greg, if I could throw in here real quick, I just noticed the points are now up, and Troy Higgins now has a 1-point lead over Jeff Hale, and Guy Petra is -6 back. Guy Petra doing a great season. Steve Webb moves up 2 spaces up to the 4th position. And another big mover over the night was Robert Bocum now, who has hit the top 10, which means he is now in the chase. And if it was to end up like this, he would be in the chase. So congrats, Robert, getting into the top 10 after missing the show here a few weeks back.
I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, getting top 10 of these guys, and especially after missing the race, I had to make a choice of take the family putt-putting or racing. And, well, the other ones took that trophy tonight.
Yeah, it's always a balance. It's always a balancing act, and when guys show up for the races, especially the broadcast races, we do appreciate it because we know family time is few and far between for some of these guys, and we appreciate it, especially you with your busy schedule. We know that you got a lot going on there. So
I've got a great crew here. My wife Jennifer and my little daughter Caitlin. They actually stand behind me and watch it most times, cheer me on. Then if I do happen to get a win, I always let my little one get up in my lap and do the donut. She just thinks
she'll think that's just part of. She's gonna start thinking that's just part of what you do at the end of a race. She doesn't realize that there's actually a dozen, 20 other guys that don't get to do donuts.
So guys out there, if you're listening, remember if you beat me, you're breaking a little 7-year-old's heart. So think about that when you go past me.
It's like they need any other reasons.
Robert, she probably jumped in your lap with about 5 laps to go and took over.
Is that what
she
did
has
it?
done that? No, she has, but no. Like I said, I forget which one of you called it. One of you called it though. I had to recalibrate. My steering got way off. I don't know how it done it. It almost kind of like jump timing, but somebody called it on this broadcast. I was listening to it. Yeah, I actually had to go in and recalibrate one time. And that made a big difference there at the end of the run. So I was happy to see that caution.
Yeah, we wondered why you put it the second time, so we were speculating on that one, RB.
Yeah, we were a little close on field too, though. Field was pretty. I don't know how close Jeff was, but I was probably 1 or 2, maybe 2 to the good at the end of that run. So yeah, field wasn't very far off.
That was a good question.
Almost 2 to the good. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate it. And again, Friday night, our next broadcast with FSB Racing. So appreciate everyone joining us here in the booth. And again, congrats to Robert, Jeff, and Rick on great finishes. And look forward to doing it all again Friday night. So see you then.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Sam. Also, absolutely. Thanks, Sam, for jumping up in the booth after having a tough night. Sometimes that's not easy to do. So I appreciate it, Sam.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys.